If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, you can catch Gaming Dudes podcast on Spotify, link in the description. There's more episodes there since we started on Spotify, and you can also check out the Gaming Dudes podcast Season 1 playlist to catch up on the episodes that were on the other channel. You can do that.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Gaming Dudes podcast.
I'm Spidey.
I'm Brent.
We have nothing to react to.
No, it's kind
It
of
is a miracle. It is a miracle.
3 things are coming out this week.
I guess
PlayStation
Sony
State of Play, Xbox Game Showcase, and Tokyo
Game Show or whatever. Like,
I don't know if Tokyo Game Show means like
thankfully
many anime games.
I'm pretty sure by October we'll have nothing to do.
I don't know how the cycle works.
I mean, dude, every time October hit, it became like quiet as frick. Every last time like fall came, nobody said anything about like anything. But we have a little episode. This wasn't planned out, so we can just kind of talk about whatever we want.
Okay, well, first you got the Dying Light.
Yes, I did. Dying Light the Beast.
So maybe you start with that.
Yeah, since we've done a real great introduction to Dying Light. I think I talked about it once on this podcast, but
we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, I'll throw,
but just like in different spurts.
Yeah,
little spurts.
I'll throw it out though. Let's just say I was not expecting much, and that's not me trying to be cynical, but I mean, when a game's been out, like it came out this year, so it's been a decade since the first game. So I was thinking in my head, okay, so they're bringing back Kyle Crane. I mean, that doesn't mean the game's going to play like the original. That doesn't mean it's going to be anything like it at all. Because the original's got the slick parkour, it's got the entertaining storyline, good voice acting, good combat, leveling up. The first game. I'm throwing people a little bit of a thing, so I'm not just talking about the game. I gotta give an introduction. For me, the first Dying Light was like a sleeper hit. It literally ended up becoming one of my like top 5 games of all time, and still is.
Cool. Smell good still.
Okay,
Sorry. We're
definitely gonna keep that in there. But it's like, to preface, it's one of the few zombie games that's still creepy to this day when I play it. The first game, it has such slick gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it's about fleeing from zombies rather than actually fighting them directly, at least until you get more powerful, get better weapons.
Yeah.
Weapons break. Don't go out at night or the volatiles come out.
Oh, at night, yeah.
Yeah.
Those things creep me out, man. Remember you told me, dude, don't do it at night. Don't go out at night. And I was like, I'm going to do it.
Well, they force you to go out at night in the first game for at least
horrible.
One mission. I don't even go out at night in the game, period, unless I use like exploits. Like, you can kind of stay in a safe area and just keep parkouring over and over again, and it gives you more XP at night. So
2, you didn't like very much.
2, I
don't think you thought it was bad.
2, the funny part is 2, I was so pumped for. I was pumped for Dying Light 2. I was so excited.
I think 2, I watched you play a bunch.
I didn't actually play 2 at all.
Really?
No, I played the first game.
You didn't play 2 at all?
No, and the reason why I didn't was because
did I play it?
every single... You played the first one.
No, I played the one with the car.
Well,
and when you're helping the town out, is that
the buggy? That's the DLC. That's the DLC for the first game. Not very good DLC. I'm gonna be honest.
That's when you're like helping the town out, right? Like the town people.
You're basically helping out.
There's like that place. It's like a cult. Like they're like.
Oh
cultish.
yeah. That's Dying Light: The Following. Yeah, you're helping out.
That's
like
not
this
2.
Weird cult. No.
Okay, then I never played 2. Then I know nothing.
2.
About it.
So for 2, I heard so many people.
Because I played the DLC, which is weird. Because I never even beat the original game.
The original game is infinitely better than the DLC. In fact, the DLC...
Well, I didn't finish it.
In my honest opinion, if I were you, I would play the first game. I would recommend it. It's far better in my opinion than
I think
the
it's
DLC.
a great game. It's just not my thing.
I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be my thing either, dude. I thought in my head, oh, this is like I was like, oh, this is just going to be the most boring game of all time. I thought when I saw Dying Light,
think it's boring.
When I saw Dying Light for the first time, I was like, this just looks like everything I've seen. It's like every other game I've seen. It's open world. It's this. It's that. And then I was just like, even my first impressions walking in, I was like, okay, this is interesting. I liked the characters. I was into the world a little bit, but I was like, okay, minus the main character, I don't really care. But then the more I played the first game, I was like, you know what? I was completely wrong about this. I thought it was just going to be a generic open world game with boring side quests.
Yeah.
And it ended up being in my top 5 games of all time. So that's awesome. Kind of the thing is, I was so sick of open world games as I am now, to be honest. I am tired of seeing them come out because that's all people do now. They never do anything else. It's always open world.
Okay, so you liked one, you played the DLC, didn't really like the DLC.
Yeah, it's like you get a stupid buggy, and then
I don't even know that. I think didn't most people not like it that much.
The DLC.
Yeah,
people actually liked the following. It was, but the second game,
I thought a lot of people thought it was not very good compared to the game.
The second game they thought was. Obviously every game has its defenders. But if anyone comparing who played the first game is usually going to be like, what the heck was this?
Do you even own the second game?
No, because I just, also the stories behind the scenes, layoffs, all that stuff. The team's probably not even the same anymore. So I was just kind of like, okay, so really if I play this game, it's not even just about the main character. It's the fact that when I walk into this game, all I'm going to be doing is playing a game that's not made by the same team. Like what, and in my opinion, it's like how I felt about Halo. I'm walking into this thing and it's not Halo. It's not Dying Light. It's not the same. Like, it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but it needs to feel like the first game in some ways. And the second game did not. I watched gameplay. I almost bought it. I almost did, but having health bars over zombies was weird. The fact that there were no guns were actually part of the reason why I liked Dying Light. Like, everyone's like, oh, the melee combat. I liked guns in the game.
Yeah,
I thought it was fun. I thought it was more interesting than melee combat. Usually I'd stock up on bullets. You know what's funny? I wouldn't even use weapons in Dying Light 1. I just fist fought. That's all I ever did. Everyone's like, oh, but, that's so hard. It's not really that difficult. You just knock guys off
of... jump punch thing, right?
Yeah, and then if you knock a guy over, you can stomp their head and instantly kill them. Like, there are ways to get around weapon stuff. Now I've recently started using them, and they're good, but you can easily get by without having to use breakable weapons. Like, I only used them for bosses or tougher zombies. If it was just regular dudes, I would chuck them off or shoot them. But with this game, I was like, okay, they're, I'll give it a shot. It seems like they're trying. They even admitted, Techland even admitted that the second game not only wasn't as creepy, but just wasn't as good. Mm-hmm. Like, straight up in an article, they were like,
not like it.
And Steam reviews will always chuck a very positive at almost anything. Like, there is a very positive.
I feel like they're so whack on everything they do in there.
But if we're talking...
I like games they say are mixed.
Yeah.
I don't like games they say are good.
Fallout 4 was mixed, and I actually liked that game.
I don't get the mix. I don't get the mixed on that.
The mixed reviews, I mean, dude, it's people who like New Vegas. Fallout is the most violent. Vegas.
I didn't think 4 was bad at all.
Fallout is a violent fan base. That's just how it is. But with Dying Light, it's pretty unanimous. Unanimous? What am I saying? It's unanimous that the second game is like, okay, clearly someone else was at the helm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost.
Well, so you didn't even play 2. I didn't realize that. And then the new one, you've been playing.
Yes, I have played quite a bit of it.
And what do you think?
So far, it's really good. I was expecting, I would not, like I said.
That's encouraging because.
The biggest problem I have.
You thought it was going to be bad.
Oh, I thought it was going to be abysmal.
Yeah.
Because, and that, you can't blame me. I mean, when games try to continue. When games try to continue something and don't have the original developers on hand,
yeah, it's a bad sign.
It's a really bad sign. It doesn't matter if their name is Techland. That doesn't mean they're actually.
I mean, look what happened to Halo.
Techland. Yeah, with Halo, it just kind of
prime time example.
Halo Studios saving the franchise. Yeah, we're gonna save the franchise. Change their name.
It just looks like a rebrand.
Yep, it's literally just a rebrand. They didn't even like. They actually kicked out the Bungie people. And then rebranded. Like Joe left. So I'm thinking, okay, well that's good. But
whatever.
But yeah, this game I was like, okay, so I played the intro, and there's like this intro cutscene where, you know, the main character is secretly alive, because I think the following, they were trying to make it appear like he didn't die, but just got infected and turned into a zombie, and a sentient zombie. So they kind of left his story out of
sentient zombie.
So there are zombies. Okay, so the following's weird because you introduce like telepathic zombies that during the day they can talk.
Is that in the
during
DLC?
Yep, during the night.
I remember that. Yeah.
So the first none of this was in the original first game. There was no telepathic zombies. There was no cult. There was no. I was thinking, okay, I think the writers might have even switched even then with the following. That might have been a case. It feels like it because it's so different in tone. It's like at first you're trying to tell a story about zombies and about a guy trying to, you know, find a cure, and then all of a sudden there's like telepathy and all these things. Notice that this game didn't delve into that at all. It didn't touch that at all. Nope. No telepathic zombies, no nothing. Just back to what it was, which is probably what it should have been in the first place. But it very much, you know, I was like, oh, how is Crane back? I mean, it's not that he was dead. He was alive, but it was they tried to make it look like he was a zombie permanently, and then they kind of backed off from it. I get it. They had to kind of.
I mean, take the character people like and try to make something good. Might as well.
They had to kind of, because that ending was just bad. Everyone complained about that ending. Like, what the heck? Those that actually enjoyed the story of the first game, believe it or not, there are some people that think it's too cheesy or hokey or bad. And I'm like, I don't know about that. If you want to go for a story that's bad, that's not the game to target. But it very much starts with you kind of getting out of this hospital because you've been like he's been tortured for years and experimented on by the Baron. That's his name. He's a new villain.
Okay.
So he hates the Baron and wants to get revenge on him and escapes because some girl saves him. And she was a part of the Baron's experiments. She helped with some of them, so she got him out. I'm not like, I haven't beaten the game. I'm not fully through the story. But you fight these things called chimeras, essentially. They're giant zombies with different abilities and different strategies to take out.
That's cool.
It kind of reminds me of... Some of them remind me of bosses from the first game because there were different, like, there were dudes, freaking giant zombies with rebar that would slam down on you. Bane-like zombies that would charge you and throw you around like you were a rag doll, throw rocks at you. But in this game, they went nuts with the variety of enemies. Especially the bosses. They poured a lot of time into them. I will say that it is interesting. Some of them look weird. Like there's one guy with like a gas mask on, and he has like a hook hand. He's like a giant zombie thing. I'm like, okay, we're. I do like him as a boss, but they were really going out. They're trying to Resident Evil this stuff where they went from stereotype like, oh, these are zombies, these are infected, to like these are zombies with like weird outfits on, and
which is funny.
like,
yeah, I don't know. Resident Evil's in a weird spot.
Now it's not as wacky as Resident Evil.
I know.
Like at least the
just
primary.
Made me think about Resident Evil in general, where I'm kind of like,
it's not even zombies anymore. It's
the newer one looks pretty good, like the one that we've been teased, but
it just kind of
looks more like the old way a little bit.
It feels like with Resident Evil.
I don't think 7 and 8. I didn't play 8.
I played 7 and I
played 7. Like, I don't think it's bad.
It's not a bad game, but
it's actually a really good game.
A lot of people think it is. There are some people that will come in and say it's the best in the series.
Could have just been a different game.
And I'm like, you could have just made a different game. That's what it feels like. It feels like a different game.
But people use their I don't know.
Branding. You have to.
People use their titles. We saw it with Assassin's Creed.
It's just funny, but with this game, that's not the case.
Just to sell is kind of. It's annoying because I use the name to get to sell.
Yeah, I don't
like
really
to sell stuff.
I don't really understand it.
When it makes, I feel like people would actually, because it is just a title, right? Like Valhalla, we've talked about, looks like a good game.
Yeah,
but when you hear Assassin's Creed,
I understand.
That's not what we want.
And they slapped it on there for the sake of marketing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it is.
But it's like, people would have bought your game if you just said the creators of Assassin's Creed made a different game.
Yes, if you just put that in the trailer, people would have been like, I'm going to buy this game.
I don't know if the storyline ties in at all or what. I don't know anything about
Assassin's Creed story is nothing. After 3, it just...
Weissman, is it still like some guys going in an animus thing and...
I think there's...
Is it that in Valhalla or no?
I think there's like a girl who does it now who's not related to Desmond in any way.
So it is like... So I guess they kind of... So it is the same concept.
It is the exact same concept, but like, I love how the...
Because I was under the impression it was just a game of... You don't do the... There's no future
Well, you know what's funny?
segments.
You don't actually play the future segments. They're just cutscenes. Or very weird, like I think you explore ruins or something like that from what I've seen. Like it's not the same. Like, see, that's the problem.
Did people like that game?
People that didn't like the series enjoyed the game. The core fan base, though, was like... The people that liked Origins people like Origins better than Valhalla in the core fan base, but a lot of people are tired of the RPG stuff. Like, they don't understand why it was introduced in the first place.
Do you ever think there's just too many games?
In Assassin's Creed, yeah.
No, just in everything.
Oh, in everything?
Like, we just get so, like, we get so many games out.
Yeah.
Like, and some of it's probably us getting older. Or maybe, I don't know if you agree with me, but for me, it's probably me just getting older where I'm like, dude, who has time to even try all the, like... not only who has the money to try all the, or who's going to spend the money to try all this stuff.
That's not that crazy of a mentality because most people stick to. That's the reason why people stick to franchises, because you have a smaller amount of games.
Yeah,
and you're like, obviously it's not always going to be a hit, but the reason why they stick to it is because when you journey outside of the franchises you like, you're getting thousands of games.
Yeah.
And even back then, there was a lot of games, like a lot. If we're talking popular, dude, you had Atari, you had stuff from way back then.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, I guess there's always been a lot. I just feel like we get way more now.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember back in the day, you had less... Because PC was there, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it wasn't there, but it's like we had, like, you usually... Maybe it's just as a kid, you're just more limited, but it's like... You get N64, right? We had an N64.
Yeah.
We had Super Nintendo. First we got Sega, then we got Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then, PS2 and all that stuff. PS2 had a ton of games. So that kind of like...
I When 360 came out, dude, gaming became like, that's what's funny.
I guess now you just get so much stuff that feels like shovelware.
Oh yeah,
And there's always like, it's always like, I don't know if it's because people saw money in it, so then they start going wacko.
that probably is why. But
Like there was always, not that there was not always money in it.
no,
I'm just saying that, like,
well, in comparison, no.
yeah.
But with the game,
Now it's like, oh, the COVID happened,
yeah, and then the money makers came in,
and then everybody was gaming because people. I know,
Yeah.
depending on where you were, it didn't last as long. Where
No.
you had to stay home and not work.
No,
You know, it didn't last. I would say it was like 2 weeks here. That
Yeah.
we like had to be inside.
yeah, there was nothing. But I will say the universe, like, that definitely boomed up, brought gaming up.
And then people, which is strange, because if I'm someone who's somehow in the industry and I'm seeing money come in big time, I'm like locking down and saving and just making a good. I'm not like expanding into a huge.
No, you're not making a giant corporation.
I'm not like getting super risky about it.
No.
It's like, and then same thing with content creation. Like people that had nothing to do but watch YouTube and play video games, and
Yeah.
like people who the amount of gamers that probably came out of COVID.
Was way more than.
Yeah, I just keep seeing articles of like, I've just been recently seeing videos pop up of like the gaming industry's dying or gonna have a great collapse.
It's not dying.
And to me, it's always like, it's clickbait. It's a clickbait
Yeah.
title, obviously. But it's like, yeah, no, duh. It's probably just gonna even keel out.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God. And that's part of why with this game it feels like it was made. See, the second game, Dying Light 2, was made during that era, that COVID era. So that may have affected some of the development.
I'm not even
things there,
saying
too.
games in COVID are bad. It's just like, I think that it's like when you actually look into, because we in the podcast we like look up stuff, so I know more about games coming out and stuff more now than I've ever have.
Well,
Even if
yeah.
I'm not even interested in it, I'm like,
Well, dude, the internet. I feel like the internet really
Tapped
made
in.
games bigger in a lot of ways. The
That
internet
too.
kind of not
Yeah,
just
definitely,
multiplayer games, but just the
definitely.
internet, just YouTube and all this
internet
stuff.
made like everything big.
It made everything bigger,
Like that.
shopping and all that stuff. It changed a lot of things.
I remember people with like content were making, like people with esports teams and stuff were going all out because there was money.
Yeah,
And like, it's just overspending.
yeah, it's gotten bigger and bigger. And the thing is, they're like, go big or go home.
I can respect taking a risk as long as you're okay afterwards.
Yes,
Like a calculated risk. Because anyone who thought that it was going to stay as poppin' as it did, I'm not sitting here. I'm not a business mogul.
no,
Okay, I'm not a guy who knows what I'm talking about. But
Me
I
either.
knew that gaming wasn't going to be
No.
like it was
no.
during COVID. I knew that.
And people that they're still talking about that. They're still
Not
shocked.
about COVID, but people were like, I keep seeing videos of people being like, "Oh, money's down." It's like, yeah. Dude,
Also,
we came off a massive boon. It's just going like this. We're still riding that down to like
Dude,
where it's going to level out.
it's going to ride down, dude. If you actually, it's a net benefit for all of us in a lot of ways because these companies, and the thing is, AAA gaming, in a lot of ways, it's not dead. Obviously, that's stupid to claim, but a lot of the AAA names, freaking Ubisoft, dude, they used to be impenetrable. They used to make games. They used to crap stuff out left and right. Assassin's Creed title every year or 2 years, and they're down in the dumps.
Yeah, I also feel like these people in charge are like kind of behind, and not in every
No,
I don't speak for every company
in fact,
or really any of them, but I'm saying like we're just in a weird spot of people doubling down on bad decisions. I feel like.
well, I don't
And
disagree.
like Nintendo, like for example, to not just like speak out of my butt, like Nintendo's doing some weird stuff.
Yeah,
They've always done weird stuff, but they keep like
they keep
getting weirder and weirder.
nailing
Where
the.
you're like, oh, like,
Well, it's called stepping on the community's toes. That's something they do a lot.
and they're frustrating because I used to think they were kind of like the people's
Yes, Sam, but they're
place,
but
and I think
they're-
they were,
they used
for
to
a
be.
while.
They used to be, but now
Um,
they're like.
and they're lucky that they still put out great games with their IPs, or it'd be like they'd be in huge trouble. I feel like, but
Oh no, I agree.
we know. I'm not trying to like rehash Nintendo. I'm just they even recently are they're trying to put a patent on like catching creatures.
Yeah, with
Which
the
is
whole,
like-
with the whole Pal World thing.
Like I do think it's mainly targeting Power World, which my gosh, are they trying to nail?
It's like they're
these guys.
scared, even though it's like it's
They changed the mount system because they're like that's ours,
yeah,
which is like
that's I don't
it's
understand.
a huge company, a mammoth company fighting like a not mammoth company.
Fighting a not
so they
mammoth-
have to kind of like they have to financially be like, well, we just kind of want our game to be around.
Well, that would be like Valve suing Techland for making a zombie game, of Left 4 Dead fame, being like, "Oh, you made a zombie game? Well, we patent the zombie game." It's like, you can't really do that, Valve.
yeah, no,
If
100%.
they did that,
exactly,
it'd be
100%.
like, you can't do that. That's stupid.
I don't know. I'm kind of rambling, but that I've just been thinking about that. Like I think about that all the time. Where I'm like, so many games are coming out. It's almost like it's like, and I'm sure it's common these days, called like choice paralysis.
Yeah.
Where you're like, it's like when I go to watch Netflix. If I don't shut my brain off and just pick something I'm semi-interested in to watch, I won't watch anything.
Yeah,
Because there's so many things.
fear of missing out.
You could not like one thing and switch to something else and be like, okay, whatever. I'm not saying everybody does that.
No.
But I'm saying it's a common issue where like
Yeah.
when you have so many options, you don't even know. It's like it's hard to even know what's good anymore. Like I know what I like.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean, there are some things you can know that are good.
It's like COD's also kind of like just been so warped
oh yeah,
for like game after game these days where I'm just like they're just clearly money hungry pigs.
oh yeah, dude. They're
and you're
they're,
like
they're the McDonald's of gaming.
and you're like okay.
You want your fancy Nicki Minaj skin and your
Yeah.
like the
That
insane.
you don't get to carry over to the next game.
the insane and
Like at least Fortnite's like you buy your skin, you have your skin.
also Fortnite was built around that. That's the thing. When everyone tries to be everybody else,
I don't really care for the fact that Fortnite did the whole like multiverse like Roblox route.
yeah.
Like I don't
mean,
care. Like oh, you can play this weird mini game.
It's a very strange. I mean, I know why they did it. I mean, maybe they even foresaw that.
I wonder what most people even think about that. Like I've never looked into like do people like that?
It seems like the downfall.
You have to have such a large player base to be able to even think
agreed.
about doing that.
Oh, agreed. I think what it really is
But I feel like now less people are playing the main mode. There's still a ton of people playing it, but it's like
well,
you
yeah,
just kinda
dude.
split your player base from your main.
Dude. Somehow Roblox was able to survive in a time when Minecraft dominated everything.
Roblox, don't get me wrong.
Dude, it fell
And I'm not talking about the
down.
whole,
Yeah.
pervs on there. That's messed up and like monitor your like. There's
Me and
got
my
to be a
brother
better way to
also
monitor.
me and my brother talked about if you have live chat features for kids in a kids game.
Yeah, you really shouldn't. Like they just shouldn't have an
Mhm.
option.
Yep.
Like
Shouldn't have the
at least
option.
not right now. Clearly, it's not
Honestly.
going well.
Anytime you introduce
Or
a
at least
game
there
like
has to
this,
be like hyper. It has to be like
it's not gonna
hyper
moderated. but they're-
moderated, or
they're
you
not
shouldn't
gonna
have
do
it.
that. Agreed.
You either moderate it to the extreme where there's a hint of something, they're gone. Like
Agreed.
I'm talking like even jokes.
Mhm.
Like that should not be like it should be heavily monitored. We're like, whoa, it's really easy to get chat banned in Roblox or banned completely because the little kids aren't doing that.
Well, it's funny. While Roblox is hitting the ground. Okay, dude, you gotta stop. Please stop, dude. Every freaking time. You gotta hold it in.
I thought it was gonna be silent.
No, that's not a silent one. You don't gamble on it.
Anyway,
You don't gamble on it. I've known people that gambled on it. But
but with this stuff, I'm surprised Roblox survived a lot. I think Roblox is fun, but it's also really dumb. But I know there's some like cool
Like-
games in Roblox.
like there are times in my mind, I'll give Minecraft this, even though I haven't played it in a while. There are times where I'm like, you know what? It wouldn't be so bad to play that. Like, just turn your brain off, play it.
100%.
In the case of
Minecraft's
Roblox,
not a bad game.
in the case of Roblox, I just never have a desire to.
No,
come
of course,
back.
dude. I don't.
They got rid of the
I
gear
don't have a desire.
system.
Sometimes I get on and play obbies, just because I love like the parkour, like that kind of. Even in Minecraft, those like maps, I love that.
For me, what killed Roblox, other than obviously the YouTube drama, so people can milk it till it's dry. But
I'm glad they're talking about it.
I am glad, but to be milking it, it's been months of this, and they're still. And look, I'm glad that they're getting called out on it, but
I mean, Roblox makes billions.
It does.
It's insane how much money.
I miss the gear system.
Me too. And them taking it away from you is trash.
Yeah, they took away the gear system. It doesn't work
That's just
anymore.
like thievery.
Yeah,
you stole money that I
you
spent.
pay money like Robux or tickets.
But so does COD does that.
Yeah,
you're buying skins. You're renting skins.
Sometimes guns.
You're renting guns. Yeah, you're renting skins. You don't get to keep this stuff moving into the next, which is insane.
Even though it's the same engine.
Even though it's the same engine.
Exact same engine.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I mean, it took me so long, which is so funny that it took me that long to realize, like, wait a minute, I'm not even going to use these skins that I'm buying. Like, I'll never buy a skin in the game again.
Yeah, because
like if I ever
there's nothing there.
If I get the new one, which I really don't think I'm going to, but I said that about the last two when I got them.
I don't know. I think
BO6 I actually didn't buy. I just had it with Xbox Game Pass. So, thankfully, I actually didn't spend money on it.
It's like I did buy BO6 for zombies, and then I just kind of ended up putting it down.
It was good for zombies.
It's like it was definitely
still not perfect, but good.
It's like, dude, you have to.
Well, I shouldn't say. I should say it was better.
You have to have the lightning in the bottle thing, and like I said, kind of circling back around, the game I just played, The Beast, Dying Light, that game feels like the first game. It has very similar parkour. It's a bit less like quick. It's a bit less fast and snappy, but maybe that's because I haven't gotten any upgrades in that area. But the combat feels smooth and fun, and it matches. They did the best they could to match what they had back then.
Yeah,
but they changed it enough to the point where nowadays you can. Like, in that game, it carries over all the skills you had from the first game that you actually learned, and you don't have to upgrade again. So it's kind of like a continuing thing, and you just have a new tree. So they're not rehashing the old concepts. The
That's good.
Story so far is pretty interesting. I mean, it's a revenge story, which thousands of people have done over and over again.
I mean, there's only so many stories out there.
But it worked because now I will say I feel like the quips are back with Kyle Crane, the realistic reaction to the zombies. All that stuff happens. There's a couple callbacks to the first game, but it basically feels like they looked at the first game and were like, yeah, this game's special. The reason why people love this game is because and considering they're going in this direction and not more of the second game proves that there was something that not like, that wasn't really clicking. So, but I guess what adding to the conversation is they understood that what you have to do is you don't forget what made you popular. You know what forgot what made you popular? COD did. You know what forgot what made them popular? Assassin's Creed. I played Mirage. I actually played Mirage. Felt nothing like the original games. It literally did. The character was so boring. Assassin's Creed Mirage. It's just a guy who's a thief who comes in and he's like, hey, he's just like, how the Ezio stereotype is like, he's the womanizer, the James Bond-esque character. It's like they took that, but forgot that there was character development with that archetype. Like, he's not a womanizer, but he's like, he's quippy, he's like, very sly and devious. And I'm like, okay, we've done this before we did this with Ezio, we did this with Edward, we did this with, I forget his freaking name. That's how forgettable he was. I like, if the game, here's the thing, if you're not going to interest me, if you're stealth,
talking about Connor?
Talking about I'm talking about
Who's the guy you don't know?
the new guy. This
Oh,
is
the new guy.
The new guy.
I don't even know who
I think
it
it's like
is.
Basil or something like
I
that.
have no clue.
But he
I know
just
their newest game sucked.
Mirage just like could have been
So,
awesome.
Seriously, I agree. We were actually kind of like, this looks kind of cool.
I was like, wow, this looks like it's
You got it,
harkening
didn't
back. Yeah, I bought it, and then I played it for 2 hours and was like, okay. So you know what's
pretty good
nice?
chunk of time.
You know what's nice about Assassin's Creed 2? You know what hooked me in? The fact that I got to know Ezio before he was an assassin, that I got to get a long period of time bonding with him and his family and all these characters. In this game, they just throw you in a very, very brief backstory where you break into this like palace to steal stuff because I think he's like a Robin Hood type.
Yeah.
That's his character. I'm like, okay, that could have been an interesting angle. And then he's got like a generic love interest who isn't really a love interest. And I'm like, okay, what about his family?
Mm-hmm.
What about
Fair.
like some history? Like, give me some backstory. What I liked about Ezio is he's just a normal nobleman. That's all he was.
Yeah.
He was a immature, sleep around nobleman who had no grander aspirations for himself beyond I'll be a banker and that's it. You know, I'll be a banker to make money. Rest of my life is going to be about pleasure.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, he seems like a normal person. Like that is a very normal, noble mentality of that like era. You know, that seems.
Dude, I agree with you.
But
man.
then, he learns after the death of his family, everything is thrown out the door and he's got to leave the place he's been at, leave everyone he's ever known, take his mother who's I think sexually assaulted. They implied it. Like there was a lot of depth in those games.
Definitely.
And then when I come to this other game and this guy's like spouting one-liners and just saying and that's all he's doing, and I don't care about anyone around him, I'm like, or him.
Yeah, dude, I feel you.
That's my problem. It feels like they said, this is the return to form. But
with that like you said, that sentiment is like, goes for so many games. Like, I'm a kind of, for a long time, I was the kind of person who was like, well, if it's around, I'm at least it's around.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm not that way anymore. There is a point where it's like, dude, stop
making
the cash
seriously.
Cow. Like, that doesn't mean that they'll never have a hit on their hands again.
No.
Like with it, but it's like, I don't know, man.
I think that's part of what killed Ubisoft is the fact that, look, people like Assassin's Creed. They still do to this day and probably will till we're all old men in our 80s. Like Assassin's Creed 2 was up there with some of the best. The whole first couple games.
Yeah, the thing is they still
Flag.
exist, so you can go play them.
And that's what I'm saying is that's the problem is the saddest part about Assassin's Creed is they were building up to a conclusion. They were building up to a finale. And then they killed Desmond and didn't do modern Assassin's Creed to end the series.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that, to me, it felt like that was the plan. The plan was to move on to modern times for a couple games. That doesn't mean there wouldn't be like spin-offs and stuff.
Yeah.
But that means that the primary story that they would just keep milking like a cow would just be done. And in some ways, I feel like that should have been how the series ended.
Yeah, like things ending is okay.
Yes.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm
totally okay. Just build up to that thing, end the series.
I honestly would have been okay with Infinite if they just had, here's a new Halo multiplayer and we're going to keep updating.
Yeah, because with
it's just a multiplayer, like an enhanced multiplayer.
I do recommend you give it a shot, the campaign.
I haven't played it. I thought I bought it, but I guess I didn't.
Because
I thought I had it, but I didn't.
I do think that them making the campaign $60. What? I was like,
I mean, of course they're gonna do that because the multiplayer is free.
And that's the sad part about Halo is, it's sad because I saw with Chief's character moments, they're so good in Halo Infinite. I played the game. His moments are great. But minus the villains and him, every other character is so boring. And then the open world thing forces you. That's the problem. When you're doing Halo started out as a linear shooter. Yes, the first game was big.
Dude,
yes,
they're awesome.
the first
They're
game had
awesome.
some bigger levels. But here's the thing. It was always linear to a point. It had a fake sense of openness that was fun. You could
did.
explore around. You could fly around a Banshee during, one of the snow levels at night
Yeah.
on Halo and like go around,
Explore
around and stuff like that. But you know what? That's not what Halo's core identity is.
No.
It wasn't meant to be this, and people acted like, the amount of times I've heard, Halo's back, baby. Halo's back, baby. Every single time from the fans, the amount of copium. That's the thing with these fan bases. They're drinking it up. Like it's like they're like sucking it down.
Like I said, I get because if you love something, you want it to stay around forever.
Yes. I mean, dude, look at Sly Cooper.
But I mean, then you're just gonna have to play Anniversary Edition.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah, just play the Chief Collection.
The Chief Collection would have been even more popular if they didn't have
another game. Yeah, I agree.
And it still is really popular. Don't get me wrong.
It's still the only reason why Halo's surviving at this point is because that thing exists.
I also think
and Infinite did have good multiplayer.
Like money, because I watch esports, not as much as I used to. I used to be super into League, but NA North America is so bad.
Yeah, didn't LCS like tank?
Its viewership's way down. It's still like pretty big.
It was at like a height for
but
the
it was the
longest
most
of
popular.
times.
It was the most popular for a long time. But things go down.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine. But like I stopped watching because NA was so bad that like you'd root for them and just watch them get stomped from like other countries and then international tournaments, and then you're just like, well, who am I like? I want to root for an NA team because I watch them all year, and then they suck balls, so I stopped watching at that time, just because it's embarrassing how bad so many games NA is just like terrible.
The corporatized thing just comes in.
We're the best at like COD and like Smash,
and that's it.
But only because Smash was like super popular here.
Yes, it was. I don't know.
Call of Duty is still super popular.
Was it popular in Japan, Smash? Like, genuinely?
I think it's popular, but I don't think it's as popular as... Like, here we hit... This is another thing of, like, money coming into stuff. Is, like... For somebody whose dream is, like, I want to be a pro. Like, that's cool. So, to you, that you're stoked.
Yeah.
But back in the day, you were doing it just because you...
Yeah, for the sake of it. For the sake of just
maybe
doing
you'd win, like, $300 or something. Like, you didn't really care, though. You weren't...
No.
You weren't... You
No.
know, you did it for the love of the game. And I know we've kind of talked about this, but I've been thinking about this a lot more. Now, I know I'm not really getting off topic, but
Not really.
I'm just saying, like, back in the day, I was listening to Mango talk about this recently, where he was like, back in the day, Melee, he's like, I feel like Melee progressed like 10 years once Slippy came out, because you can play... Slippy's awesome. Like I'm not bashing that, but
No.
I'm saying like because these kids can just play online all day and grind every day. Mango was like back in the day, you have to find someone who was good, who was near you, who was actually good. Like
Which imagine how difficult that was.
and then you had to find somebody who was like good at the matchup that you wanted to practice. So he was like, back in the day, we do tournaments and you're not that we weren't good, but you're playing like an hour. You're having to get together every time and sit on the couch and play.
Well, the grassroots scene with anything just kind of...
He's like, it's progressed so much so fast, where now it's like... And that's the thing, dude. Like, using that as a launch pad, multiplayer games are so hard to get into for people who don't... Like, I had buddies over 2 nights ago, and we played Warzone. One of my buddies, who was a great sport and actually did well, but like he was having fun. It's not about him at all. But it just started making me think about the new player experience of Warzone, and it's atrocious.
Yeah.
Somebody who's like, man, I just want to play this new game, Warzone. You're gonna have a terrible time.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have an atrocious time.
Like it depends on if you truly are like, I'm just having fun and I don't care, and I truly do not care about like. Not getting a single kill.
A single kill.
Like, then whatever.
If you care about just walking around
And
the
this has
map.
nothing to do with him. He was having fun. Like, we were just joking around, having a good time. So, like, nobody cared in that situation. It just made me think, because I'm seeing his screen and I'm watching, I'm just like, this is such a horrible game to get
dude,
into.
I mean, dude, that's
to be like, if I was
why-
to be like, dude, play Warzone with us, no one's gonna want to do that and have a good time. Besides the guys that I've played with.
That's why I left
the whole
behind.
time.
I mean, that's why I left behind COD as a whole.
And multiplayers like that.
Like, I just
And then-
kind of.
They have skill-based matchmaking to protect people like that, which is fun. Which I think is, when I saw this, I was like, I actually kind of get this, because they want to at least be able to play the game.
Well, considering the fact that it's not about just aim anymore, it's all about all this
A lot of
crazy
movement.
stuff. And I'm like, dude, I don't even. It's not even worth me even jumping on.
And
to
it's
be
okay,
honest.
like, exactly. So you get it, where it's like, dude,
COD, yeah,
like it's a game.
it's
It's not a casual game, and
No.
that's my problem. Is games aren't casual.
no, not at all.
Multiplayer games aren't casual anymore. There's always like,
Some type of meta. Some
and it
type
didn't
of
used to be
thing.
like that.
Yeah, it didn't at all. You used to just be able to play the game, just play the game.
I understand certain games are always like sweaty. Like
It's not
fighting games
about-
are always like, you're gonna get on, you're
Yeah.
gonna get
It's not about
over and
getting
over
10,
and over again until you.
It's not about getting
figure it out.
10 kills or like 10 wins. It's about at least being able to do something.
People
That's
just want to
the
be able to
difference.
feel like they're playing.
Yes, that you're playing. Killing is an experience, a part of the COD experience.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, you can. Like, I'm not saying I've gotten. There are times I've played Warzone and gotten. Most would probably be
And,
4.
and Battle Royale is kind of overwhelming in general. So
Yeah.
it's not even a good game. Battle Royale is not
No.
really welcoming to new players
No,
in general.
no.
Fortnite did a good job where they like introduced bots. Some people are mad about that, but it's like, these people want to play the game, and the bots, at least they feel like they're getting the experience.
Well, the thing is, for me with Fortnite, at least I can abuse the gimmicks to actually fight real players. That's
yeah,
really what I
100%.
can
But I'm
use.
saying, like, having bots in it helps, because you actually get to practice your stuff
Yes, you
against
get
someone
to
who's not
practice your
insane.
aim.
So you can be like, oh, I'm going to build you in, like, you can do stuff, and it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm not facing a god tier player every time I. Fortnite's different because it's fun, and and like there's like luck stuff involved.
Yes,
it's just
and
nice.
you
It's
can
fun.
climb up buildings.
You can climb up
You can
stuff.
climb up stuff. It feels like it's kind of servicing both player bases in some ways.
I'm just saying that it's Battle Royale is a whole, isn't a welcoming
no,
genre.
no.
Like I think it's one of the best genres, but
I am so tired of seeing.
I'm honestly getting.
I am so tired of seeing that as a. I wish, like, I don't care. Do something new, please. Something new. And some people be like, put looter shooters. And I'm like, that's not something new. That's not something.
That was new.
It is new, but it's not like something. I don't
Dude,
know, dude.
That game, Escape from Tarkov, is hard.
Everybody loves looter shooters. Like, they're.
I think they're okay. I mean,
I
not
don't
my
give a
thing, right?
crap, to be honest, dude. It's just.
I guess I just like money coming into it made people think like, okay, I can treat this like a job,
Yes.
even though most of them aren't going to get anywhere near making
No.
any kind of money.
No.
But that's fine. Like, they think that it's like a career path now, sort of. So now people are trying like 3 times as hard, putting 3 times as much time as they would. And I'm not even including pro. I'm saying streaming too, like streaming everything. Like, there's gaming is like a career path. It's a risky one that's probably not going to happen, but it's more viable now than it was as a career. And I think that kind of great for the guys who were good enough to be there.
But I think it also killed. I also think it just killed gaming in some ways.
It killed the fun, some of the fun.
Yeah, because you have to appeal to these people that have these dreams.
Don't even get me started about cheaters.
No,
too, but-
what you're really doing is just appealing to that fantasy in some people's delusional heads that you can actually get somewhere. That's really all it's designed
Yeah,
for.
And people who are really good get upset with skill-based matchmaking. But it's like, dude, you're gonna crush new guys.
Yeah.
They won't even. They'll look like bots.
Yes.
Like, you won't even.
And it's like, bro, you don't understand.
I do wish it was separate, where like there wasn't skill-based matchmaking, and like you just had a ranked mode, and skill-based matchmaking was in that.
I
But the
just
rest was
I
totally
just wish
random.
that I just wish that they would have made a new game in general instead of calling it Call of Duty and have the sliding mechanics. That
I guess.
For me, I cannot
I
stand.
do think we're
the
pretty far
movement.
we're pretty far at this point of like
Oh
what
no,
it used to be, but
there will
but
never ever be a time where they
it's never gonna
ever go back to that style.
they might go back a little, but they're not going to go back
no,
to
for me, it has to be fully back. I'm at this point
like
where
COD 4, Modern Warfare, early
yeah,
Modern
that's
Warfare.
stuff where I'm like
old Black Ops.
I
That's
need
never
stuff
gonna
like
be-
that.
never gonna be
And
back.
it will never be back. That's the thing, and that's what I wish I could tell fans of dead franchises, fans of alive franchises. I don't care how much you like something.
I mean, I wish COD would stop swapping games.
Well, yeah, Black Ops and Modern Warfare
Or
all
like
the
pick
time.
one that's like the definitive, like everyone can, which has kind of been Warzone.
That's been the
But
only
a lot
thing.
of people think Warzone made multiplayer, like killed multiplayer.
It
Not
did
killed
in
it as in
some
people don't
ways.
play it, but in the sense of like back in the day, they were getting so much more money on Warzone, they were mainly focused on that, and not so much the games coming out. They snapped out of that pretty quick, but
it just I don't know. Like I said, it's a shifting mentality.
and now this new one we're gonna have wall running,
Yeah,
abilities.
Oh, yeah, dude, we're going back to
like-
Black Ops 3, which the funniest part about Black
which
Ops
I thought
3,
Black Ops 3 was fun, but it wasn't. It wasn't so fun that I was like, I gotta play this all the
no,
time.
the only reason why I even played it because of zombies, because it was kind of
Well,
at
you
its,
haven't liked multiplayer in a while.
oh
in a
yeah, dude,
while.
and like I said,
I mean, what's the last one you played a bunch of multiplayer on?
like
I'm not including some. I'm saying like that you actually played.
Black Ops 2. That
Yeah,
was
I mean,
like
it's
the
been
last.
like
That was
forever.
before the shift. Everything past that, they kept trying to
'Cause
add
3
more
was
movement
different.
stuff.
4 I loved, but
Like
it had the abilities and the small maps.
yeah, the
and
sheer
the-
amount of stuff they kept adding and adding and adding. After 2 was the cutoff point. Black Ops 2. I actually loved the multiplayer in Black Ops 2.
I think 2019, Modern Warfare 2019, is when it truly was like
Oh yeah,
high
they
speed,
really
crashing, like freak out on crack, running around psycho.
they brought that was like the other one was the Titanfall era. I call it the Titanfall era because everybody wanted to copy Titanfall's movement from running on walls to jumping on stuff, and then it shifted to we're going to make our own movement system, but it's going to be psychotic. It is going to have slide
Well, now
cancel,
we have
slide
Omni movement,
cancel,
so it's even
and then
more.
Omni movement.
Which is like, dude, like we didn't need that.
No,
I like, do I use it? Duh. But
well,
it's
yeah,
like,
if you don't use it, you're dead.
well, you have to use it. But I'm saying, like, do you abuse it? Yes. Like, do I abuse
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Am I
Because
as good
that's-
as abusing it as some of these guys where I'm like, my gosh?
And they're going to keep making it faster and faster and faster. That's the thing. They are going to keep adding whatever gimmicks they can.
Yeah, because we're getting another Black Ops, and they're adding more.
And
like,
they're bringing
now
back
they're adding wall running. They're bringing back wall running. They're bringing back.
stuff from the era that was considered the dark ages of COD.
Yeah, the funny part is people think 4 and 3. Like a lot of the pros think Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3 are like the best.
Even though back in the day, pros
And advanced,
were
they love advanced. A bunch of them love advanced
massively-
warfare too.
people loved. I remember so many pros saying Black Ops 2 was like the best.
Yeah,
back
they
in
like
the
Black
day.
Ops 2
like old
too.
COD pros. Like I remember Scump played that all the time.
They all still like the old one. Like a lot of them still love the old ones.
But I'm surprised. Like, really? I feel like
Yeah.
I
Dude,
feel like that
oh,
era
so
was
many people
like
think
when
BO3's goated. They think that
goated.
that's what they say. They're like, oh, it's goated. That's goated. They say that Black Ops 4 was goated. I played a crap load of Black Ops 4, and it was fun. Like I thought it was fun, but
It wasn't even the thing is BO4
it's like a
realistically.
culture shock if you're coming from the
Yeah,
old ones
I
to
just-
play. Even 4 is like,
I
what's
just-
happening?
I just don't even like. I just lost. I will say at least in BO4, it wasn't so nuts that it was.
But what I'm saying is, I miss when you could get on a multiplayer match with your boys, and you can still have a good time.
but that's
Even with
not.
the fast movement, even with
that's
whatever,
not
you're
how
still
it
having a good
worked.
time because it's not insane. Like you can get some kills, you can still kind of do some old strats you used to do.
But that doesn't.
Now it feels
work
like-
anymore.
Now it feels like the maps are smaller and worse.
Oh yep.
and
And more movement options keep
clear
getting
vantage
added
point sides
over and
just-
over and over. And for me, like I said, dude, I that was a point. Like I said, freaking I think it was Modern Warfare 2, the new Modern Warfare 2, the reboot Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
I have to specify, was when I just just realized that it's never coming back. I realized in my mind, I was like, you know what? And that's the funny part. The second game with that move, and I was like, you know what? This ain't for me.
Yeah.
That was my moment of realizing deep down that in my heart, I was like, this is not for me. I can't like the constant the fact the like
it's not even just about COD though. I feel like everything
it's all that. It
is at a
all that.
point where
it is basically what gaming is.
And it's almost like the competitive side, esports is almost like rotted my brain, like a little bit, where I want to be like as good, not as good, because I know I'm not going to put that kind of time in, never again. But like, you see people do amazing, and you're like, that looks fun, and then you play, and you're like, well, obviously, I know it's not going to be the same experience.
No.
Duh. But it's like these guys their job is to get on and play this all day, every day. That's fine.
What that says.
But it's like, why do I feel like I'm facing people who are that good all the time?
Because they don't care. That's the thing, dude. That's the people.
Like, where is someone protecting like the mid-range player?
That's never going to happen.
Because when you hit mid-range, you're just with the top guys. It feels like
that's never going to happen. That's never
not the top guys, but it's like
that is never going to happen. They will never. The mid-range players won't be catered to, and the old school players nobody gives a crap about at all. That's how it is.
It's not even like I want them to cater to me. I just want people to be able to. I want people to, like, who don't play much, be able to play with me and have fun, and that's just not.
That's not how.
I'm not even just talking about COD. I'm talking about like
gaming as a whole.
Yeah, people don't. Yeah, people aren't like cool. Like, people aren't chill about games anymore.
No.
People who play online are not chill.
No, they dedicate so much time to it and make it such a big thing.
Yeah, they're just not chill. And it's like, okay.
And it's never going to be that
like,
way.
what do you, like, that's what's frustrating to me. And I think some of that's money coming into it. Some of that's people streaming. Like, streaming started that somewhat. I think any money.
That's how
money just made it seem like everybody's like, there's money involved. Let me, like, becoming a pro, like, these guys who, it's funny, pro gaming, like, career path of, like, being a streamer. I almost feel like being a streamer's easier, or like becoming a streamer would be, in a facet of like where you're making some money, is easier than being someone who's, because pro players are top of the top of the top.
They're at the height of,
like, these guys who are playing Call of Duty. It's funny because it's funny because this is a spectator of anything professional. It doesn't have to be video games. Anything.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
dude, you
anything...
suck. I'm like, he's better than, and I do this. Like, I'm guilty of this. But when you think about it, it's like, this guy's better than, like, I understand we don't care about how he would compete with us.
No.
We care about how he competes against other amazing players. So
yes.
They still suck in that capacity. But I'm saying, like, so the funny part is, becoming a pro is hard enough as it is, let alone having any kind of career that means anything. Like, just because you get into the CDL doesn't mean anyone's even paying attention to you, because you could suck and be on sucky teams all the time.
Well, gaming used to be about just going in a room and playing a game, and that's it. You just played games. You didn't think, hey, what's the strat? You thought, what were the choke points on this map?
Yeah.
How well do I aim? You know, it's not how fast I go. It's actually how tactically I play, how far I stay back.
One thing about multiplayer is you still can play like
still
play like that. Warzone is like, Battle Royales is just, Fortnite's nice because of the building. You can kind of like,
you can work around.
Even if you don't build, you can like build a wall at least to like protect you or whatever. So you're not caught out.
No.
Just because you're caught out, which is nice. Warzone, it's like someone could snipe you from like a mile away. You have no clue they're looking at you. And you're
someone
just, like,
could
dead.
zip into a room and then like kill you instantly just by like locking
Yeah.
onto you like.
Yeah, because I actually kind of fell in love with COD multiplayer again because of I picked up the AR and started playing more like that, where I'm like back at a on like a head glitch in the back.
But
People
it's
are raging at you because they're saying you're lame and you're just beaming them down.
I'll give Halo one thing. At least it stayed true to what it was.
Yeah, Halo Infinite feels good. It feels
At least
like a
it
Halo
stayed.
game.
There's barely any. The thing with Halo is there's not that much change. That's one thing I'll give it.
That's why the multiplayer is still fun.
Yeah,
That's why the Infinite.
That's the
that's why I
only
played
reason.
Infinite so much. Is 'cause
That
I was
is
like,
the only reason.
I was like, feels like Halo.
Yeah,
And that's good enough for me.
And I wish that more games would take that mentality. That's just kind of how things are these days. Is you gotta, I watched a YouTuber.
I know we're talking about COD. I mean about this in everything. Like somebody playing League of Legends, anything, dude. Like these games, League isn't really beginner friendly in general. Like those MOBAs just aren't.
No,
But
MOBAs never.
but I'm saying these games are like,
but MOBAs didn't profess to be.
oh, I want to like rank up a little bit. It's like, nope. Not that you can't. It's just the amount of time you have to put in is like, well, I don't want it to feel. People who are playing games casually don't want it to feel like a job to get some kills.
No.
Like they don't. And I'm thinking of somebody who's totally new.
People don't
Because
want
people who play like you would get on, you get kills. Like it's not like people would.
I'm not totally.
People who are like totally inept.
No.
I'm saying.
But let's say you've never played FPSs.
Yeah, or like you're like, dude, I want to try a COD this year. You're gonna be like, this game sucks.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, what the heck is this game? It's sweatier than saunas, as people describe it.
Yeah.
And
It's the sweats. They just ruined.
And then they smurf too.
I'm not even I
got smurfers too.
There's people who probably think I'm a little sweaty.
Smurfers.
And I used to be.
You got
Got people
smurfers
who
too.
Smurf in certain games. It's just like you got people in COD who like cheat to get easy lobbies.
Yeah,
or
dude, it's so bad now. I mean, even even without even bearing the cheating, people are so good now, even without that you don't even.
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
There's no reason to even honestly try.
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
That is true.
Because in Call of Duty, they'll wallbang me, but it's like, I don't know, man.
It's very
sometimes
much...
it's hard to tell because some of them are so good that you're like, are you cheating? Like, how are you this good?
But then there are also some people that genuinely just know life it. That's how it is, dude. People know life things.
No, you're right. They do.
So much, and that's the thing.
I know Life's Warzone for probably a year, probably at least a year.
And no lifing a game. I'm thinking that's kind of antithetical to the purpose of video games.
It was basically like, if you guys don't want to play COD, we're not playing games together for like a year. And I'm not like that anymore because I'd rather just have fun with my boys at this point. I don't care about like
COD is such.
Are we good? Are we like? I don't care about.
It is such an antithetical thing to what gaming was supposed to be. Supposed to be something that was fun.
Well, I just think everything's like that.
Like it was supposed to be
like
something.
Name a multiplayer game where you're not like getting dumpstered on. I would say Rocket League. Rocket League is like Rocket League has really good matchmaking where it's like I'm like when I play Rocket League, I'm like I can at least do something, even against people who are like in platinum or like diamond.
Well, what's nice about that game is
diamonds kind of just own me. But.
Even from the outside looking in, it's a very specific game.
I'm balls at. I don't play it. I play with my friends. Play it. Like I don't. It's not like I'm like grinding it or anything. But I can get on and be like, okay, I'm like helping the team somewhat, and I'm like doing stuff.
I guess what I'm saying is you don't have thousands and thousands and thousands of different things changing the game. The game is just what it is. It's Rocket League. It's what it is. It's what it is on the tin.
That is true.
There isn't a mechanic added. There isn't a mechanic taken away. There's nothing. It's
That's
just
true.
what it is.
That's a good point.
When you change a game so much,
because Warzone's changed.
It's not even the same game.
It's not. Warzone 1 was the best iteration of it by a long shot.
COD in general, it is for the most part not the same game. Like if you
No. Yeah, COD's changed.
And that's how it is.
The only thing they have that's the same is they keep the gunplay.
And that's it. And that's the only thing that hasn't changed. The thing is,
I think it's the only reason people
play it. Yes.
Stick around.
Yes.
Half
That
of
is
them
the
stick
reason
around.
why they stick around.
Just because the gunplay is very good.
And when you add a supplementary mechanic, it's supposed to be, when you add extra mechanics, when you add extra things, they're supposed to improve it, like a cherry on top. That's what it's supposed to be like whenever you see a game have a new feature.
Well, they feel like because a big part of it's because they release so many games.
And you can also
They're like, oh, we don't want to just release the same thing. Like, so that to them, they think they have to add. They have to have something that's making it people want to play it.
And when you keep gaming these features to the point when you make these features exploitable in some ways, when you make these features that you've added like sliding and stuff, because back in the day we had dolphin dives. Those were so cool.
Still have them.
And I know they're back, but
they just add it in with every.
But the thing is, now you have every single, and now running on walls is coming back. Jump packs is back. I'm like, what is this, Halo? Like that felt like what it was, Titanfall mixed with Halo. I didn't want COD to be Halo or Titanfall. I wanted it to be COD. That's my problem with it.
I get that.
That's my problem is you are throwing so many. It's like a dartboard, and you're constantly throwing.
Dude, I'm a firm believer that that's because they have. Because they release a game. Dude, sometimes they're releasing games in less than a year in span. So I'm paying $80 to play Call of Duty for like maybe a year max.
And then $80 again.
And you can people are still going to be playing
the
6 when 7 comes out. People are still playing older ones.
People are still playing Cold War.
Yeah, people are still playing. You can still get matches on so many CODs.
But I'm sure they've definitely like this is the thing. It's just DLC. That's what's funny. It's essentially DLC. It's not even.
Well, it's not because. Well, yeah, I guess
it is basically just DLC with new mechanics.
But because they add, like you said, this is why they feel like they have to.
Because
add
I've played
so
games
much.
with DLC that have added new mechanics.
No, I know, but I'm saying
things.
This is why they feel like they have to change so much every time. Like add a different.
We don't want the game to be exactly the same.
Literally. I really think because the game comes out every year is why people see COD, why people have seen COD be so bad so many times.
It's like yearly releases is the stupidest idea
I agree.
Ever. 2 years.
Don't
a year.
Understand it.
I think 3 or 4.
For the first time ever, we're getting 2 Black Ops in a row.
Yep, and it's like, dude.
And I don't even know which one I like more at this time. I think I like Modern Warfare's more at this point.
What are you doing?
But
I did like Cold War.
People hated. Pros hated the new Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it because we just got old maps.
Yeah.
And it was like slower-ish.
I hated, like for me, I liked COD Cold War. That's what's funny. I liked Cold War's multiplayer.
It
was kind of a mix in a way. It was slowed down a bit. It was made so you couldn't go so
really
insane.
Good in Cold War.
The movement.
I feel like the maps truly movement is one thing.
Yes.
You don't have to be a movement demon to get kills.
No.
But a lot of it depends on are the maps good.
Yeah.
If the maps are bad,
we're reaching
it's over. Like it's over.
We're reaching Vanguard territory.
Vanguard, I played Vanguard a lot, but it was not good.
In terms of map size,
I played Vanguard a lot.
Shipment Vanguard.
It was not good.
Shipment on Vanguard. I remember playing, I think I was lucky enough to get like 10 kills, and then all of a sudden I DC'd not even because of my internet, just because the servers just kicked me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? This is trash. Why did I even buy this? I only did it to laugh at the zombies. That was the only reason why I bought it. But then I played the multiplayer and I was like, what is happening, dude? What in the world is happening?
Plus their servers aren't the best. It doesn't help. But like I said, we're talking about COD, but it's like it's not just COD. So many games are like being made to
chilling things out.
It's like they say they're not making stuff for the pros get mad because they think that they're trying to make it better for the casuals, which is, believe it or not, their main player base. So pros get mad in any game. They're like, dude, they're just like, they're not making it good for competitive players. They're making it good for like people who just play casually. Which is
normies.
Why wouldn't
casuals.
they? It's their main player base.
Yes.
And thank God. How much crazier do we need it to be?
How much crazier do
we really want you guys to get better? I don't know about that.
No, I will admit I'm a casual. I don't really.
Yeah, me too, man.
I'm not this guy who cares about that. That's the thing. That's why sometimes I just boot up Slippy just to like see what it's like. And honestly, it's funny watching these people. It's like they're practicing their movement, and not everyone does this, but a lot of the ones I've encountered screw up so much. with the movement. I've seen them fall off a cliff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you might as well integrate that movement with normal stuff. Like what, maybe instead of focusing just on the movement, attack me.
Yeah. It's like how, yeah.
Like,
It's
what
how
are you doing?
It's how they get better. They're
Then practice against some, like then.
AI is not fair practice because
It's not fair. But like,
because I don't really understand it because I'm not good enough.
Find a partner.
I can do it in Ultimate now because I've grinded against the bots so much where I just like know what they're gonna do and how they play. So it's kind of like, for the most part, if I'm a character I'm semi decent at, a level 9 and CPU is not gonna beat me. But just because I know I've played them so many times,
Level 9 CPUs.
that doesn't mean it's not still bad. That doesn't mean it's bad practice.
But here's the thing: find a buddy who you can practice with. And then stick with them. Yes.
Perfect. But I think they do that, though, because you can keep rematching somebody.
Yes, but the difference is,
Slippy.
I guess I'm saying, like, find a consistent person
Melee
and then start doing online matches.
Fighting game people are crazy because even in ranked, they won't rematch you if they just destroy you. They will give you the courtesy of, like, a lot of times give you the best of 3.
Yes.
They'll give you one more match. But they don't want to waste their time with someone who's not going to, like, challenge
if you're
them.
not insane, they don't even care. And that's the thing, dude. Freaking the second that pro gaming became a thing, I mean, dude, it's like like I said, I played Tony Hawk Underground. This does link up. It kind of was making fun of the pro skating scene a little bit in some ways, saying, and I do think pro skating looks awesome, but they were like, okay, you get all this money, you get all this stuff, and it's so corporate and so garbage that, you know, why is this a thing? Why is it not just doing this for fun?
And I used to be like, dude, I used to think it was awesome that esports were getting bigger because I'm like, I love this. Like, people, like, this is awesome.
But they're trying to do, like, NFL-style things.
That I don't get. That I don't think should have ever been.
Yeah, as to why they're trying to copy.
I don't get them making it cities or, like, making it... Like, I know people like... There's people who like... having cities to root for, and that's fine. But for me, I was like, it's different. Like, treat it differently.
Yeah, it used to just be teams. You didn't really have a city.
They're like, let's model it after sports.
It's like, dude,
dude, nobody cares.
And I've recently watched, honestly, for me, the NFL has somehow become more entertaining than these esports things.
I
don't know how. I don't know how.
It depends. Like, I watch Call of Duty when Optic's playing. I don't watch too many esports. I watch Clash Royale, but that's pretty much it. Sometimes I watch chess, which I wouldn't really consider an esport, but
yeah, chess. I mean, it kind of is. I mean, think about where chess started. That's even crazier. You know, before we give this a end with chess, you have guys sending letters to each other across states and countries.
Yeah,
to each other to play. That's how dedicated these people were. You know, play this, play that. Some games would take days. Sometimes they would go to events, even back then. Sometimes they would show up. But it was chess, and the funny part is people mistake the whole gentleman's game thing with that. It was a gentleman's game in the fact that you weren't memorizing engine lines. You were just learning openings. You were creating openings and creating things. Modern chess... And Bobby Fischer, bless his heart, he's a psycho. But I do respect that this is what he had to say about chess. He's like, I don't know why people play chess anymore. Pro chess. Like he's like, it's just studying a line.
Lines, yeah.
That's all it is. It's memorization. That's all it is. It's not a game anymore.
Unless you're Magnus.
Yeah, then
it is memorization, but then you randomly
basically
make your own thing or not. I don't know. He's crazy.
And the pro chess scene, I'll say, what's nice about that is, what's nice about chess as a community is it's not so massive that it's like, you have so many people like consuming everything. With like video games, the tournament scenes have gotten you've got gaming compounds now. You've got like, you know, for whole, like headquarters. For gaming organizations.
Yeah.
And like legitimately,
which was dumb. Just dumb.
The gaming
dude.
compounds was the stupidest.
People used to be like they'd rent a house and all live in a house together, like a small house.
Yeah, it used to be like that, and now it's like you have to have this
The beginning
corporate
was
building.
fun. The beginning was very fun to watch and to be.
You have a corporate
watching
building.
One thing that's unique about esports is like you watch football. Like we don't play football. Ever.
No, I would never play football.
We don't toss a football around. We don't do any of that.
I would
kind of
never
stuff.
touch football with a 10
But I'm saying like video games is you're watching stuff because you play it.
Yes, you're not just watching it because. But
Something about seeing people be so good has messed up my brain. I'm like better now, but for a while I was just like, oh, I want to be that good.
But it's like.
But then it's like, for what though?
It's like, dude, that'd be like me saying I want to be a chess pro, in a lot of ways, because think about it.
Because we play chess.
Think about it. In my brain, and I never had those dreams of grandeur. Never did. But the thing is, if I had that in my brain, I would never play chess again. If I actually cared about.
Yeah.
If I
That's
actually
exactly
cared,
it. That's exactly it. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I would never play it again. So I just kind of moved away from. For me, I never even had. I never had those aspirations. I don't even think I had aspirations to be a YouTuber, like as a genuine big thing. Obviously, when you're young, you're stupid and you're like, hey.
Yeah, but I think if you cared about that, that's the thing. You need to be playing stuff because you
enjoy the game.
If I find some kind of game somehow in my life that it just like I want to grind like crazy, cool. But I don't think I'll ever be like that again with Warzone 1, and it's probably good because it took over my whole life.
Yes, it did. And
so
that's
it's probably a good thing that
think
that
about
I'm
it.
not finding anything.
These kids in high school, let's say they don't make it and they put all that time into doing it.
I mean, as long as you're having fun, who cares? I do think there is a level of
yes,
too much.
There is a
I'm not saying,
level of.
There's got to be balance. I'm not saying that.
There is a level of like.
I'm saying that I've had a lot. When I was playing Warzone, I did not balance it correct, so I do think that was bad. But I'm saying
there are.
I was having a lot of fun with my friends.
There also are people out there that do balance it.
Yeah,
there
100%.
are also people that no life it, like, and it's like, dude, and not just that. Same with YouTube. When I've seen big YouTubers that have fallen down, and they're like, I gotta grind it or whatever, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, and I saw in the comments one of the most cathartic things I've ever seen. This guy was like, maybe you should just do it for fun. And I was like,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wonder sometimes how these pros, because you always see YouTubers get burnt, like say they burn out.
Or they just fall down to the ground into obscurity.
Same thing with Call of Duty, or with pros in games. I'm always like, how do they not burn out? Warzone 1, I'm trying to think what even really made me stop being obsessed. It was because the maps later sucked. Like Caldera sucked. I still grinded it like crazy, but it like kind of sucked. And then the next Warzone that came out was atrocious, especially on launch. Like the next version of Warzone, like Warzone 2 or whatever. I was like, oh, this is so bad.
It was terrible.
So that
I even played a little bit of it.
That's what started to kill it originally. Was me just being like, ugh. If it was still Warzone 1, it was kind of a blessing for me. Because if it was still Warzone 1, like the orig, we had the same map, I don't know what I would have.
Well, nowadays,
I don't know what I would have
perspective, I'm assuming you wouldn't, because
now, but I'm saying at the time.
Well, yeah.
At the time, my perspective was, this game is the funnest game I've ever played in my life.
And
I mean, dude, I am so happy. It's really a good thing that it switched up, because also, I think I was gonna do. A big thing that kicked me out of it was I was playing mobile games, and I was gonna try to make content on those, and I was like trying to do like a content grind. That's what originally kind of kicked me out of it a little bit. But there was a time where I
would walk downstairs and he would just be doing that,
and I'd be getting up late, like I'd be staying up till like So I have my friends that played it at normal times of the day after they got off work. I play with them till they got off and went to bed, and then my late friends that would get on and work like nights, they'd get on, and then I'd play till like 8 a.m., go to bed, wake up, and then repeat.
Do it again and again.
I don't even think
sometimes you just do it by
nobody
yourself.
even saw me half the time.
No,
I was
didn't.
at my computer. Like, there was such a long period of time where I was just at my computer, grinding
Silent.
Call of Duty only. Yeah, that's it. And that's all I did didn't work, wasn't going to school,
Wasn't doing anything.
was literally just grinding that game to the ends of the earth. And that is another thing that kind of screws up your brain where you're like, I was a lot better then, obviously, at Call of Duty in general. But I would hope so.
Yeah.
I'm putting so much time into it. Like, duh.
It's like, dude, what is this, a job? That's what it turns into.
Oh, you're making no money and you're being a total degenerate?
It's
like congratulations.
Congratulations. What is this, a job? Like, and that's the thing. When, for me, creative stuff has always been for fun. I never wanted to make this a job. Any aspect of what I've been doing, even the game that I'm developing. I mean, obviously, I've never finished anything when it comes to that. But the thing is, I don't want to make it a job. It would be nice to throw it out there and get some money, but I'm not sitting here like, I'm going to be a AAA company that's going to be at the top of the circuit. That's not that would be the stupidest. I would never do it again. I would never do it again, not even try at that point. If I believed that. I would literally just be like, I have to find this winning formula. And then I'd probably end up just making a mobile game. And for me, I'd rather do something that has actual passion. I'm not saying some mobile games don't, but it's shelled out like
They're greedy sons
it's
of
nothing.
guns,
Yeah, dude, they shell it out like crap.
They're greedy sons of guns.
That's a whole other episode. Mobile game companies.
That
would be
some
the
good
funniest.
ones, but there's even them are still kind of like, oof.
Anyone but Supercell.
Clash Royale is such a good game, but dude, you seriously have to pay to play. Like, you can grind, you can like upgrade stuff. You can be free to play, but it's just a slug. It's so bad.
It is so funny. It is so funny. And I got 4 builders in Clash, man.
Clash of Clans is different.
Yeah, it's
less.
It's more forgiving.
It's more like you can still be a part of stuff.
Yes.
They're good at like the wars letting you have people your level sometimes and stuff like that.
But it's very much
you go up against people like your base level. Like it's a base building game too, so you're not just trying to like, fight in war.
No.
Clash of Clans is like you're just doing 1v1s fighting, and if your cards aren't max level or close, you're in trouble.
And then
at least on the trophy ladder.
Rise of Kingdoms, I heard you guys. That was a
Rise of Kingdoms
pit.
was incredibly fun, but my gosh.
Money pit.
It's
Brawl Stars, I think, can't you buy characters for that game?
You can buy characters. Brawl Stars is like not as egregious in the sense of if you find it, a lot of times you'll find a character you like, and that character is basically viable on.
Oh my gosh, the One Piece game.
Oh yeah, that's funny. And that was monstrosity.
That
was a monstrosity of.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Like just fiending, money fiending.
And people were saying like, because it came to PC, so we looked at the Steam reviews, and people were saying like end of service. It's gonna EOS. It's like, dude, this has been around for 7 years, almost a decade.
Yeah, guy's just mad he spent a bunch of money on it.
And he had thousands of hours. He had 900 hours, and he was complaining. And I'm like, bro, that's another thing. These people are like, we need to be better with our wallets. You're never gonna be better with your wallet. If you're a whale, you're always gonna be a whale. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I mean, mobile games truly are, for the most part, depending on what you play, is just for rich people.
It's also whales. That's literally the only, or broke people that are like pouring money into it and falling into debt.
Dude, Rise of Kingdoms, that Lord of the Rings game that's kind of like Rise of Kingdoms, those games were so fun, but
money pit.
Lord of the Rings wasn't as much of a money pit, but it's very those games are very time consuming because
hey, you want to
the world is forever going. It's not like you just play around and you get off. It's like you can get attacked when you're asleep. You can get attacked when you're at work. like you could, depending on what guild you're in, like what guild you're in, you might be doing stuff at a certain time, like 3 a.m., like good attacking things, like, and it's very cool. But not only is it just so much, you basically only play that game.
Dude, it is. Yeah, and I'm like, what? Heck no! I need some variety, man.
But it wasn't even so much. It was the politics about it that's fun. The game's fun, but it's really just a map for like the politics of like who's strongest, who are you gonna make, who are you gonna make alliances with, and then potentially break, and like who are you gonna like.
But unfortunately, it doesn't. Whoever made, and that's what's funny. Even playing COD, I will get pop up after pop up after pop up of like in terms of advert. You know how you were talking about like how mobile games have like pop ups of store stuff. There were times I would get windows of windows
they
of
really want to get the battle
windows,
pass, and the battle passes usually suck.
and then the
these
stupid
days.
cinematic trailers.
Yeah, I skip those every time.
Like
no one cares about Warzone
No,
cinematics.
no,
like,
dude.
Who does? No one.
I bet you pour more of that time into not only making your game better, but also pour that into the cinematic budget into campaign where it belongs. Instead of focusing on putting cutscenes in Warzone.
Yeah.
A season, this ain't Fortnite. You don't need a seasonal trailer. Even then I skip those.
Me too.
Seasonal trailers are the
Every time.
dumbest things of all time.
Yeah, for freaking.
For a multiplayer game.
Yeah, for Battle Royale, like, who cares?
What?
Yeah, it's dumb. It's just so funny how insane things have gotten on those levels. It's just wild. Like, dude, nobody cares.
No.
Stop making it so sweaty. But it's going to continue.
Oh, agreed.
Anyway, I successfully rambled for an hour and a half.
Yeah, well.
So, God
On
bless
to
people.
push-ups.
Yep, he's going to work out.
Yeah, God bless.